Hi, I am Cody Neely. I am 18 years old and I am the founder and president of Graced Ministry. For the past 5 years, Graced Ministry has been serving people in our community who have become homeless. One way we serve is by participating in monthly outreaches where we meet, feed, and grow relationships with our friends on the streets. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we got started, what we do, and how I see Graced Ministry serving the homeless community in the future. When I was 7 years old, I couldn't grasp the understanding of homelessness. I didn't understand what people had done that was so wrong or why no one helped them. I wondered where their family and friends were as they stood by themselves asking for help. At that time, I also noticed pennies on the ground and how often people walked past them without taking the time to pick them up. They were bright and shiny, so of course they would catch my eye. 1 cent to a 7-year-old is a lot, and it would frustrate me as I watched people step right over them. Through seeing value where others saw none, I received my calling to help the homeless community. My parents thought it was a sweet idea that I'd like to help people, but didn't understand I really meant it. As I collected pennies, I asked my friends, teachers, and anyone who would listen to collect pennies for me too. Over time, my room was overflowing with pennies, and my parents knew that this was a serious endeavor. In 2015, we finally set up a 501c3 nonprofit, and Graced Ministry was born. By this time, I had shared my vision with so many people that a board of directors was created to help guide me as I learned so much about the nonprofit life. My pennies helped to purchase water, food, soap, socks, and other essentials to make Graced packs that my friends and I handed out to people who asked for help. As I entered high school, I invited people of all ages to join the Graced Ministry Ambassador Program. More hands meant more work could be completed for our friends on the streets. The Ambassador Program enables students of all ages to participate in the care of our friends on the streets at any level they are comfortable and called to serve. They can collect pennies, participate in service projects, host supply drives for Grace Packs, and serve our friends during outreach. I love encouraging others to serve, and I am thankful for the relationships I have developed with my ambassadors. I am also thankful for the people who inspire and challenge me. A few years ago, I met Kristen Stillwell, who heads up Hope Haven, another nonprofit that actively works to transition people from the street into a home. At first, Graced Ministry just provided Grace Packs to Hope Haven for their interactions in homeless camps. Christian challenged Graced Ministry to take over 1 weekend a month, and our Graced Packs have now become conversation starters during our monthly outreach. When we think of homeless people, we often picture men and women holding signs and asking for money on the side of the road. But what many people don't know is that there are hidden camps in which we find tiny communities of homeless people trying to survive day by day. Visiting these camps on a regular basis has changed the dynamics of Graced Ministry. I get to look people in their eyes and tell them that they matter to me. I pray with them, I meet them where they are, and I serve their needs. I understand that the little Graced Pack isn't going to get these people off the streets, but it opens up opportunities to build relationships, which often results in life change. I am passionate about demystifying the reality of the lives of our friends on the streets. They're often considered lazy or criminal, or they simply just don't want to do the work to get off the street. These are real people, and they all have their own real story. Do you know the first thing you need in order to get a job? An address. You can't have an address without a home. These camps don't have mail service, which leads me to my vision for the future of Graced Ministry. I've always envisioned a graced home. Through a partnership with Hope Haven, Graced Ministry has the opportunity to be a part of something called Transformation Station, a one-stop shop for displaced or homeless friends to live, work, and learn life skills as they eventually transition back into the community. This home would house battered women and children for a year at a time. Not only has this house been a dream of mine, but it will benefit the Houston community. This house is only $1 million. That might sound daunting to some people, but here I am, the girl who started the ministry by picking up pennies no one else wanted and grew it into an organization to love people and meet them where they are in their life. I've spent my whole life collecting pennies, and now to buy this dream house, I need your pennies too. I've spent my whole life trying to make a difference 1 penny at a time, trying to help one person at a time, trying to follow God's calling for me no matter how large it is. My name is Cody Neely, and I am the founder of Graced Ministry.